Ian.
Dave.
How are you doing, buddy?
You know, quarantini.
Okay, this is the Apex Adjacent podcast.
It is. I'm Ian. That's Dave.
Dave, yep, Ian. We're still socially distancing from each other. Virtual cheers there, buddy. You have your whiskey. I've got some water and Ricola. Yes. What if I just put a Ricola in water? Does that make it? Is that my cocktail? Yeah. Ian, I want to talk to you real quick. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
We do.
But I want to know when the last time was that you drove a car and what car you drove.
It was actually yesterday.
Okay. All right. Tell me about that.
I drove my my lovely little Volkswagen over to our friend of the show is actually Katie and Lauren.
Okay. All right.
I drove to their house. It's Mother's Day.
Okay.
And I dropped them off some baked goods that I made.
Oh, fantastic. Nice, buddy. Nice. What baked goods did you drop off?
I dropped them off about a half a loaf of bread that I made.
Did you eat the other half?
Well, yeah, like we had it for breakfast. Like
right.
Yeah.
It
was a big half. And then I dropped them off a couple of scones that I made.
Okay.
I made scones for Mother's Day.
Nice. And what was in these scones?
It's going to sound very pretentious. I did a Earl Grey infused scone.
Really?
Yep. With and then had some lemon zest in there. Had kind of like a honey glaze on top, and some semi-sweet chocolate.
Ian, that sounds amazing.
They were real good, Dave. And I made lemon curd to go with it.
Oh my God! Okay, nice.
Yeah, so cut in half, spread the lemon curd on. It was pretty good.
Nice, buddy. Nice. I want you on the Great British Bake Off, Ian.
Well, there's one problem. Straight away.
A few. Ian. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. So tell me about how it felt to drive your car.
It was great. It was a beautiful day out, so I had the windows down. There's a nice tunnel on the way home.
Yep.
So I did a little tunnel blast on the way home. And yeah, it was just nice because like the roads are pretty empty.
Right.
And it's just nice to be able to like stretch its legs instead of just like, driving to the grocery store to stock up on canned goods. Right.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's of the era now where like you try to make the drive special if you have to drive, if you have the opportunity, right? Like, you got to get back to kids sometimes, so you don't always have that, like, I'm going to take the 12-mile long way,
Right.
Yeah.
I may have added a mile or two to a grocery run here and there. Sure. But nothing outrageous.
No, I think that's something that really helps keep us sane, right? Yeah. It's I've driven the Vigan a lot more often, not just when the old man sedan was down with a wheel bearing and tie rod end,
Right.
Yeah. Just finding more opportunities to do that. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot, and just, it's just nice to have that outlet. Before the show, we were talking about things that we miss, and go-karting is certainly on there.
Yeah. Well, and I will say on that topic that, I live on a street in Denver that is, or just off of a really big street in Denver that's pretty wide and gets a lot of like motorcycles and fast cars and stuff like that, kind of like doing little pulls, not racing or anything, just kind of goofing off, doing some pulls down the street.
Right.
And I have noticed a vast increase in like the concentration or like the percentage of like obviously enthusiast cars I'm seeing out.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right.
Because people aren't out commuting as much, but they are out like for a mental health drive.
Right. Yeah.
And so the cars you're seeing are like a lot more interesting.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I saw it.
Like,
oh, go
I've
ahead.
seen more Ferraris and Lamborghinis go past through my neighborhood than I have like in the previous 6 months. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a McLaren just over the weekend, and it was like, dear God, like I haven't seen one for a while. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a Lamborghini yesterday.
Oh, nice. Which one was it?
It was a Huracan Spider.
Oh, right on. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, in white. It looked really good.
Oh, that's a good color for it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Right on, man. Yeah. So because of this kind of like stuff, I'm finally working on our racing sim setup, you know? Yeah. Yeah. That we'll be able to stream from as well, of course.
Okay. Right.
And also an adjustable seat. And I'm daving it where I have some parts from Amazon showing up tomorrow that will help me enable the Saab electronics to work on for the seat, because I have an old Saab seat.
Oh my God, are you doing an electric seat?
Uh-huh.
When you said you were damming it, I really thought that meant integrated espresso dispenser. Like there would just be a tube.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we could do that. But, the same amateur electrician that I took to our helmet radio communication issue and fixing that, I'm taking to our racing sim. So I have this old Saab seat in my garage, and it's a power seat. Why not try to hook up the electric motors, Ian?
That's hilarious.
You can convert AC to DC.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I may catch my garage on fire trying it, but fuck it. I'm going to try it, man.
Where is this thing going to live? Is it going to live in the garage?
No, in the basement. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually going to be in the room right next to the blanket fort, right? Or, where the blanket fort has been many times. And
it's going to be Apex adjacent.
There you go. Nice. And so we'll be able to just swing the monitor cables over from the PC that we use for all this nonsense, right? And just hook that straight up to the race sim. So there you go.
I like it.
Yeah, buddy. So
nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I miss karting. I want to go karting, and I'm going to have everything adjustable. I want to see what Nico's experience is like on a race sim.
It's terrible.
Okay. Have you done any sim stuff with him?
Not sim, but I had him play like F1 Race Stars from like 2012 or whatever. I have on PS3.
That fun kart game. Yeah.
Yeah. He was terrible.
Okay.
But I mean, he's never really played anything like that before.
Right.
But I've seen him also play like Cruising USA or whatever. At like a bowling alley.
Sure.
And it's the very much little kid like foot to the floor and just like
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But we'll see.
Yeah. And I'm at some point I would like to find another Saab seat, so we'll go to the junkyard and pull one, and we'll put a passenger seat in, and instead of you just sitting on a folding chair, me sitting on a folding chair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, So there we go. Well, and then we should be able to take the seat and the gear shifter and move it to the other side when we drive right-hand drive cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the goal isn't to have two people driving at the same time with each other. It's for one person to be providing moral support. It's a very Dave approach.
Ian, first,
it's not two people competing against one another.
No,
it's one person helping another one along. And it's a very Dave way of doing it.
Well, I do have to say that what do you do when you're concentrating and driving? If we're live streaming and we're both driving, you shut up and you drive. You never talk.
It's true.
Yeah. We need somebody. We need to give some people some words, Ian.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I guess.
And yes, I'm not lost on the fact that it is more of a co-op model than it is competitive. Ian, I only have one.
But we should do, if we have a side-by-side setup, we need to do a co-op track day.
Yeah.
Where one person has the steering wheel and one person has the pedals.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Yeah. Should I build like just a whole dashboard? I should. I should just build a dash because you're going to want a place for a keyboard anyway, keyboard and mouse. Huh.
Maybe we should get the simulator working first.
Yeah, maybe we should before I commit to renting like a Saab 9000 dashboard off at the junkyard and setting it up, and I'm like, and then spend time getting the gauges to work in Project Cars.
Yeah, I don't like this game.
Yeah, right. I don't like sim driving. Yeah, so that's my next quarantine project. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so talk me through the logistics of getting the lumber home, because you sent a text the other day and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you say? You said you had to take the seat out of the Saab Viggen so you could get lumber in.
I took the passenger seat out of the Saab Viggen. It's still out of the Saab Viggen so that I could get lumber into the car. So you know how much of a fan I am of roof racks, right? Yeah. And I love, I'll put ladders, carpets, lumber, anything on the roof rack, ratchet strap, good to go, right?
Hats.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, just Mitt Romney, that motherfucker, right?
Yep.
Remember when that was a scandal?
I know.
Right? Yeah, that's where our bar was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where was, so lumber in the Saab. I was like, well, I could, the Saab has nothing in it, right? So I was like, I could just put all the 2x4s completely inside the car and not have to ratchet strap a single thing and then just drive home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done that before where you get something really weird fitting inside your car by like putting the passenger seat like all the way back instead of
that's the only way I know.
Yeah.
It's the only way I know. I never ratchet strap anything if I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah.
I will spend 3 hours Tetrising a problem to avoid ratchet straps because I hate ratchet straps.
Do you really? Okay. Yeah. Also, well, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. The Saab is equal parts rust bucket, track car, and mobile tough shed.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think you should just make it a pickup truck.
I should. That lift gate is fucking heavy. Yeah. There was one that ran at a race at Daytona that just completely took off the back lift gate.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
But you could like plexiglass in and make a little bed.
I could.
You put a place for your bikes.
Yeah.
Just let the rust in.
Oh, it's already in. Yeah. It's bad when you pull the seat bolts and the carpet around the seat bolt and the seat rail are all rusty.
Oh, that's no good.
No. Yeah, why do you think I say that car only has so much life on it, right?
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. So Viggy's going to burn bright until like we're at a track day and a strut goes through the hood, Right. Yep. So that's what we're going to do, buddy. Yep.
So we'll find a wrecked MR2 and put the drivetrain right in the back of that to make our lives really miserable.
Oh my God. That would be hilarious. Yeah. That would be fantastic. Yeah. You and me wrenched into an MR2 during a track day. Right?
Just you in an MR2.
You cannot social distance in an MR2. Yeah.
Not even with yourself.
No, there's a lot of touching. All right. So tonight, Ian, we're going to talk about some stuff. What are we going to talk about? Let's give some table of contents.
Yeah, we got a lot of listener stuff, right?
Yeah.
we've got a lot of listener content, including from my father.
Yep.
Someone responded to our Craigslist game in a fun way.
Yeah.
And we've got an FMKCars that someone called in. We're going to have a little update on our buddy Elon Musk.
Ooh.
And I think that's about it.
Okay. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Ian's dealer choice. What do you want to start with tonight, buddy?
Let's start with an update from my father.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So my dad, if you missed it last time, I described in very vague terms a story in which he had a AMC Pacer that was a company car, and he modified it much to the chagrin of his employers. So that was not, I didn't quite have the details exactly right, but I was pretty close. So he worked for a company called Strip It, and they're still around, I guess. They're like a CNC like metalworking.
Oh, nice.
Punch presses and that sort of stuff.
Well,
company.
I assume they are. I'll just wait for the email from your father to tell you what they really were.
Get me in so much trouble. But it was pretty cool. So he actually had a limited. It was the limited trim 78 AMC Pacer in like a blue.
Okay.
And he had a couple of cool packages with it, the console package with extra gauges and stuff. And then he modified it. Huh?
What year again?
1978.
1978 Pacer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just pulling up a picture for the folks. Okay. It was blue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So he had the 304 V8.
Okay.
With the high performance package. He said it was something pathetic like 125 horsepower,
Oof.
which seems about right for 1978.
Right.
But then he found a 4-wheel carb manifold from a 1970 AMX, which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And a big carb to put on it. And then he had side pipes. And I remember that detail because my older sister was like 3 years old or something and burned her legs on it. And then he got rid of the side pipes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a common thing. People burning on side pipes. Yeah.
But the kind of the reason I wanted to talk about this is the crazy. So he worked for basically like in manufacturing, right?
Okay.
And he had a company car.
Right.
And the list of company cars that he had is insane.
Okay. All right. Run me through it. What do we got?
Because he had the Pacer, which he then modified. And so to fit all of his engine modifications on, he had to modify the hood. Okay. And he had side pipes on. And so like the company that leased the car to the company was not happy about that.
Sure.
But then he also had, what was it? Oh God, where is it?
He had a GTO Judge, right?
He had a GTO Judge. I think that might have been his personal car.
Okay, all right.
Oh, here it is. 77 Olds Cutlass Supreme.
Oh.
And he had and then he got a 78 because we get a new car every year. So he had a 78 Olds Cutlass Supreme as well.
Okay. All right. I love those Oldsmobile, like the grills that come up onto the hood, right? Oh, how freaking slick are those things, man? Mm-hmm. Just freaking murder cars, man. They're so badass.
And it's one part like, wow, like things were just different.
Right.
Years ago,
yeah.
Because no one has perks like that now.
Right. Right.
Someone who's working in the equivalent of a manufacturing job, like, doesn't have that.
Right.
But also, like, it's so funny that you had to get a new company car every year because these things were essentially just, like, disposable. Right? Like, they didn't run that long.
Right.
You had to replace them every year.
Right. Yeah. The Pacers exploded, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was the Gremlin, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the Pinto.
Pinto,
right?
thank you.
With the rear impact.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, things were different, man. The last person we both knew that had a company car was a Ford Escape. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And they travel tons for their job. Right? You know who you are if you're listening. Right? But that's the only circumstance that I know of, right, where somebody has a company car, right? You know?
Yeah, I know of a couple other people who have companies, but it's like what we in the IT community call edge cases.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Like, is this more like truck and ladder type of work, or?
No, like sales jobs or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be on the road or whatever.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
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 Definitely an out of the ordinary perk at this point.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. 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 That's like the private bathroom nowadays. Like,
right. It's just such a time capsule thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He did say that in the Pacer, he got stopped for speeding once heading east between Barstow and Las Vegas, and the cop let him go because he was just amused at how loud and obnoxious the Pacer was.
See,
so,
there you go.
Pretty awesome.
I feel like that needs to be your angle that you go for your future tickets, because there will be tickets in your future. So you just need to go in like deep enough that the cop finds it entertaining.
But you know what? I get a lot of crap from my friends and my family and strangers about my driving history. My last ticket, you were present.
Okay. All right. When we were in Iowa.
That's how long it's been.
Okay. Okay. All right. I've had a ticket more recently than that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My ticket in the old man sedan was after that. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know. Did you have the old man sedan at that point?
I had it less than 24 hours.
Is that true? Uh-huh. Oh, that's crazy.
And it was like 41 in a 30, right?
Right.
Which is the exact way you get popped in that car, because you have no idea you're doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
I meant, did you have it at the point when I got the ticket in the minivan?
I can't remember if I had the old man sedan then, or if I still had Dusty Rusty. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, my last speeding ticket was in a minivan.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, in a rented minivan. So
fair enough. Point taken.
But then again, yeah. I want to know what people's last ticket was in. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes. Send us the car that you were in when you last got a ticket, or just last pulled over. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. With my old man sedan, it was less than 24 hours after I had it, in the morning, on my way to a therapy appointment. And for some reason, that just makes that's just like the little mwah at the end. Yeah. So I don't know why I find it funny that I was on my way to therapy, but I was. Yeah. And I do. Yeah. Anyway,
we're going to talk about this when we get there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My therapist was like, "How are you?" I was like, "How am I?" Yeah. No. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. She seemed to be a lot more upset with the wreck of Dusty Rusty and my speeding ticket than I was about both of those things. But yeah, although with Dusty Rusty, the grief was prolonged it was spread out over years. Then, or a year, then, condensed into a day. So, yeah. Anyway. Right. Yeah. So, automotive grief is a real thing, people.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have to answer this question because it's HIPAA.
Yeah.
But how much does the subject of cars come up?
Not often. But usually only when somebody who is curious about that stuff brings it up, right? Right. So, or you find out about these kind of tangential elements of car, transportation and stuff like that from being around folks like EMTs and ED staff and stuff like that, right? Like it's still routine to hear like ED staff tell people to buckle their safety belts, right?
Right.
Because I mean, like you and I, we don't see people like that that suffer the consequences of not wearing a seatbelt. They do, right? Like all the time. And like I thought about that, like honestly, within the last month, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to, and I'm sure you probably do this every now and then too. Like it just crosses your mind that, oh yeah, people still don't wear safety belts sometimes. And you start looking at all the cars around you and there's a fucking surprising number of people that do not wear seatbelts. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that kind of stuff. Or if like, you know, like if you're soliciting, like from like, I've talked to EMTs a fair amount, from that mobile stroke project I was on. And like, you know, I'm hitting them with like all the questions about cars, you know, like the scenes they've all rolled up on and stuff like that. And one of them was just like, I'll put it like this. I've never pulled a dead body out of a full-size pickup truck.
Huh.
Right. And that was my reaction. Exactly. Right. You know,
it's honestly surprising.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But there it is, you know. And I mean, it's not like those vehicles are exceptionally safer or safe, you know, like it's just, I don't know, you know, like, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that kind of stuff like is what intersects in the medical community from my exposure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we see people that deal with stuff like that, we're always like, well, what do you drive? What are the decisions you make? Like, like you're looking at your dentist and you're like, what toothpaste do you use? Right? Yeah. Yeah. One time I went to a new doctor, right? And he was just like this like giant fat dude that smelled like cigarettes. And I was like, I'm out. Right? Not going to this doctor. You might be the best doctor in the world. I'm not going to you, buddy. Right? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to let him tell me that like I'm eating too much taffy. You know?
Yeah. This is when I'm glad that no customers can ever come to my house because they would see like I don't have any connected devices or
Right.
All my computers are in a constant state of disarray.
Remember when we first started hanging out and I was like, so what kind of computer do you have?
Uh-huh.
And you didn't own a computer.
Yeah, I have like my work computer.
Yeah, but then like you would just Chromecast stuff from your phone, like torrents that you downloaded. I mean, legal files that you found on the internet.
Hey, they fell off the internet truck.
Right
in front of my house. It's amazing. It happened every week.
And you just Chromecast those from your phone to your TV, and that was
yeah.
And I
you know what? Honestly, it worked better than the system I have now.
Well, yeah. Sony's Android TV is all fucked up, but you know, yeah. No, I had a hard time reconciling that. I'm like, okay, all right, he doesn't have a computer.
I just didn't want to deal with it.
Right. Yeah. The
last one I owned died, and I was just like, I'm just exhausted and done with it.
Sure. I get that. Yeah.
Now I'm back in it.
Yeah, you're back in it. Look at you. Yep.
I hate it already.
So anyway, you know, speaking of work and cars, isn't there something about your coworkers talking to you about cars?
There is, and I am interested to get your take on this.
Okay.
So let me put this in the document. It somehow got deleted. I think I might have accidentally deleted it.
What, with your manic drag clicking that you do?
And I know, it's terrible. I'm a menace. It's a good thing you guys can't see. No one who's watching the YouTube video can ever see my mouse because I'm just constantly highlighting text. It's like a nervous habit.
We did see it on the show once. It is on an episode when you were driving. Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And it's really bad. And like I'll get if I'm ever doing like a presentation remotely and one of my coworkers who I've known for a really long time is on, like we're like old friends, I'll get a message through like, oh my God, stop moving your goddamn mouse.
Nice.
Because I don't even know I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst. Okay. All right. So I have a coworker who sends me like pretty much almost like daily, like bring a trailer links or things like that.
Okay.
And it's awesome. I love it because he always sends me like really weird shit.
Okay. Nice.
All right. And I want to get, I know you're not like a super 911 person.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of 911.
What? I meant Porsche.
I know. I was the worst joke I've ever made.
Anyway, but Porsches, you're not like a Porsche guy, really.
You know,
if you presented the choice between, let me put it this way: if you had a 911 GT3 in front of you and like a Ferrari 458.
Oh, 458, hands down.
Right. Yeah. You're a Ferrari person.
Yeah. I'd take an older like 550 Maranello over the GT3. Yeah. Like I would make a lot of things happen before I made a GT3 happen.
Right. Is there any 911 that you like, you look at and you're like, I need that in my life? Would you walk past any Ferrari for any Porsche?
Oh man, that's a great question. I mean, the Carrera GT, but we have to take that out of the equation, right? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So like, I for some reason, I love the one that is plagued with the intermediate shaft bearing. Like that, like
996.
Yeah. Then I love the 996 for some reason. Those weird, are those the headlights they call the fried eggs?
Yep.
Yeah. For some reason, the fried egg headlight, like that just ticks all the boxes for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you then to to open that link that I have.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm scrolling to the link. I'm looking at the link. I'm copying the link URL. I'm pasting it.
Put it in there. Do not scroll.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's in there. I'm not looking.
Okay.
You can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, unfortunately. Okay. So you're going to be presented with 3 pictures when you look at it.
Okay.
I want you only to look at the exterior. Look first at the exterior.
Okay. All right.
And give me your first thought when you see the exterior. And go.
I love it. I love it. I love the colors so much.
Scroll down, look at the interior.
I hate it. I hate the interior so much. I hate that interior. It's the same color. So Ian sent me a very mint green Porsche. This is the 911. What is this?
It's a Turbo S from 1997.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. 1997?
Yeah, this is the 993 generation.
Oh, yeah.
Like kind of right at the end of the 993.
Yeah. This is
a beautiful car.
Yes.
And I love the exterior color as well.
But it's the same on the interior. It's like minty green. It looks like you're sitting in Aquafresh's butthole. Like that. Oh, man.
Now.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
How much do you think this car is being offered for?
Oh, what's the color? It's not Nefertiti. Nephrite green?
Wimbledon green.
Wimbledon green. Okay.
Oh.
With nephrite green underneath. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. How much is this thing going for? It looks amazing. It's a beautiful green Porsche, but that interior kills it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I regret to inform you. That it is on the DuPont registry.
Oh shit! It's going to be a lot.
For what's your guess? Just give me a.
I don't know, like $100,000.
$795,000 and $900.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, $796,000 essentially.
What?
What I love about the DuPont registry too is that they have a payment up. You know, like there's that bot or whatever that says like to get you to click on the finance.
Like
the shady finance websites or whatever. And it says from $7,042 a month.
Yeah.
Could you imagine financing a 25-year-old Porsche for $7,000 a month?
The second you click and sign, you're upside down on that car. You're fucking bankrupt. Yeah. Not only, you're like, well, I could make this work if I finance it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, it's worth clicking through to the DuPont registry site because it has more pictures of the interior.
Oh, it's so horrendous.
This thing was optioned with like a carbon fiber package.
Okay.
And for some reason, the absolute worst photo to me is if you click on the second dot down there.
Okay. All right. Yep.
By the photos, it's the one of the stereo.
Oh, okay.
All the way the bottom left. Those buttons just fucking kill me. the circular surrounds.
Right. Around the defroster and the cigarette lighter. Yeah.
I don't know why, but that is really just where I'm like, okay.
That's like if those were all black, you'd be okay.
It would be like, okay, well, this is kind of an interesting choice, but now it's just like, oh, fuck you.
They just dug the knife in, turned it, pulled it back out, found a rusty one, put it back in, gave you extra tetanus.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I could not give you a good reason. It's just that one. That picture, I was just like, oh my God.
Is it because you recognize the effort to color the buttons?
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, because look at the switchgear. Look, the defroster thing over on the far left is green as well. But it's green, but with the black paint decal still over it.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is insane. This is the work of a madman is what this is.
And someone optioned their car this way.
Yeah, and everyone at the Porsche factory was like, who the fuck is this for? Howard Hughes?
Right. And it only has 500 miles on it, which is why it's this much.
Jeez.
But you could buy 2 brand new Turbo S's for that.
Right. Yeah.
This is craziness.
Yeah. And as if you didn't know that going in.
Right.
Yeah.
And then but why wouldn't you? Why? Why not just go with that crazy green over tan? That would be an awesome color combination.
Right. We need to start a new segment on this show. Okay. And it's just going to be called Why?
Why?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Why? Just hand on head. Just defeated why, right?
Touching your face like we're not supposed to.
Right? Just why? Under the glasses. Why?
Oh.
Yeah. Does anybody just listen to the podcast? Yeah.
I don't know.
You're missing all these great visual gags.
Just horrendous color combination.
Yeah. This is bad, Ian. This is bad. People need to go to YouTube and look at this. You need to look at this on our show. This is bad.
It does look really good. The last picture in the gallery is a complete side view.
Yeah, it's stunning.
It looks great in that color.
Okay,
so that interior is horrendous.
So let's just say the interior was great. Okay. And also kudos to your coworker for sending you this because this is a well-trained eye. That knows that this is something that will just this is like an empty closet and just winging a racquetball into it and shutting the door real quick for you, right? Your coworker's all right, here we go. Wing, slam, right?
This is going to keep him busy for 3 hours.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so what would kill it from the exterior if they were to lean into this? If they took the same color, I want you to say uncle when I've hit too far, okay?
Okay.
All right. Same color brake calipers. Okay. Same color wheels.
No,
Okay. You're tapping out at the wheels.
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out.
Yeah.
What was going to be next?
I don't know. Like,
You thought I was going to tap out at brake calipers?
yeah, I was gonna say like maybe like exhaust tips and green tires.
Glass tint.
Yeah. There you go. Green glass tint. Yeah.
Because this is, I mean, we're only a few years from that sort of thing, right? Because this is 97.
Right.
And this is a very 90s color.
Oh yeah.
But that like the like tinted, the like color tint.
Yeah.
Window tint is very like Fast and the Furious era.
Yep.
So we were only a few years from that, and just imagine how horrendous it would have been then.
Right. That would have been bad. Ian.
I like a sports car in garish colors.
Sure, that's what they're for. Yeah.
But my God.
Right.
What have you done?
Right. Yes. Okay.
Also, why is it $750,000?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know, buddy. That's a tough one. Oh, those fucking door cards, man. Wow. Yeah. Insane. Yeah. Oh man. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I could honestly just stare at that for the rest of the show and just be like, why?
Right. Well, it's also this like thing with like being obsessed, and I'm guilty of it just as much as any other car enthusiast with my dumb sob.
Okay.
But like, I have a one-off combination.
Yes.
Sort of thing. Like I love the fact that I have one of like 200 turbo X wagons.
Yeah.
In the US. But like for some reason, I think it's like BMW and Porsche owners in particular get really into, well, this is there's only 3 with this exterior, interior color combination with these options checked and blah, 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 blah. Like, who gives a shit?
Right. Yeah. Even I with my Viggen, which is one of 426 for that year in that color, right? Even I am just like, it's rare. And I just leave it at that, right? Yeah. But yeah, you're right. They're basically arguing about snowflakes at that point because the quantity of options that you have with BMWs and Mercedes is just insane. Right. So by default, it's going to be fucking rare. Right.
And this person drove this car 500 miles in 25 years.
Yes.
And had a forum post signature with only one, one green on green 97 Porsche 911 Turbo S.
Right.
And left-hand drive.
Yep. With green wrap defroster button.
Right.
Yeah. The guy with
a $4,000 option in 1997.
Yeah. The guy with the black defroster button's like, motherfucker. Like, why do you have to show up on this forum? God damn it. I like how much that tickles you.
That's really funny. I don't know why those buttons just like really just got to be.
Yeah. I think it's a good example of insanity distilled, right? Like you can tell, like that is the Kleenex boxes on the feet, like that. Like it's like, okay, this is kind of crazy, and then you see that, and you're like, oh, they're not fucking around.
Right. It went from this is an amusing curiosity to this post is trying to kill me.
Right. Yeah, we're looking at the automotive equivalent of the Ring. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
that's what my coworkers did to derail my work day today.
I like that. I seriously, Ian, send my congratulations on to your coworkers and my gratitude because they know how to push my buddy's buttons. Because let me give you an example, right? Because like Smash Wagon, the wagon that we showed last week, right?
SMS GW wagon. Yeah. GW.
That hit a lot of buttons for me. And like it didn't hit any for you. You're just like, yeah, I'm in. Right? And I thought that would at least hit a button.
I mean, I don't endorse Smash Wagon.
Right.
Like, that's an awkward thing to show up to, say,
grandma's
at
house.
a job interview.
Yeah, job interview. Should we hire him to be our IT guy? Because he obviously fucks. I'm just concerned for the people in our office that may be on the rebound. You know? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I think your coworker, whoever sent you this, has a better understanding of what would really push your buttons than I do. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that. I want to know these things, right? Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
It's not a competition, Dave. It's okay.
No. Yeah. Because I think both you and I tapped out, obviously, at the interior. Like once we saw that, we're like, well, fuck this, right? Yeah. We saw the interior. We said, fuck it. We saw the price. We said, fuck it. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So there were some certain parallel lines there, but yeah, I love that defroster button is your like white whale.
Yeah. I was just like, my God, I can't. It's just too much.
I should have left that picture up so you could enjoy it longer. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also have to send you. Well, here, I'll just. Hold on. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, I'll share my screen because I'm going to send you. I just want to show you the other thing that he sent me the other day.
Yeah.
He just like texts me random things.
This is so. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to our scene in OBS here that we used for our car stands investigation last week.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so you just
see if I can.
Yeah. Once you share, you'll have full screen, buddy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, last week's show was wonderful because Chief Inspector Ian and Deputy Dave did a car stands investigation on the air. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to share my screen with you.
I love the look on your face of anticipation. I can read that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you are going to lose your shit.
Okay.
Maybe you've seen this car before.
Okay. Whoa. Wait. What is that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm into it. I need to see more of it. How do I see? Oh yeah. So this is an old Jag XJS
12.
X12. Yeah, 12. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the one with the flying buttresses in the back, which is the best XJ body style.
And this is a race version of it. It's white.
It's an old Trans Am car.
Yeah.
The livery is just unbelievable.
It's perfect. It's white with like kind of a lime green, then a British racing green at the bottom. It's perfect. It's perfect, Ian.
It's amazing. So there's also a YouTube video of this thing like going around a track. And I don't know if it wasn't being pushed hard or anything, but you look at that and you think like that's going to be a fucking handful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't look like it. It looks really neutral and like really planted. Like it does not roll at all. Like,
whoa.
It looks awesome, but it's a straight pipe V12.
Okay. Wow. Straight pipe V12. Hell yes. Yeah. Also, I love your bookmark that says, worst of car forums and get to it someday.
Yeah. Those are ongoing projects. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about any of my bookmarks.
What's this bookmark that says Mind Tickle?
Oh, yeah. That's a thing that my company has.
Okay. Gotcha.
I said too much.
Ian, stop sharing. Mind Tickle. Love it. Okay. Yeah. All right. There we go, buddy. Okay. That Jag is perfect, man.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you. That's the palate cleanser we needed from that Porsche interior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same coworker. He sends me that stuff. Yeah.
So, okay. So let's see here. So if you just listen to the podcast, you may have missed something that we snuck onto YouTube. Just a little extra bonus thing that we did. We didn't put a podcast version of it out because I didn't think it would work too well as a podcast. So yeah, Ian, tell people about this video series that we're just kind of doing for fun.
Yeah, we're talking about the Craigslist thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like a Craigslist challenge. So we go on to Craigslist. So far, we've only done Denver, but basically we get a budget and we say, do whatever you want. You can buy one car with this budget. You can buy 7 cars with this budget. And you can even do mods with your budget. If you want to do one cheap car and mod it out, whatever you want to do. But then you got to show your work. You got to justify it.
Right. Yeah. So it's like Craigslist fantasy shopping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like something we all do, right? And so we put out an episode where, like you said, we were in Denver. We gave ourselves a $10,000 budget, right?
Yep.
And our buddy Marc sent in stuff that he found, right? So he watched the show, paused it, found some stuff before finding out what we did. And that's how we recommend viewing it in the future. Yeah, go on there. When we give you the setup, hit pause, find yourself some stuff and send it to us because we want to see. Yeah.
And tell us if there's any overlap because that'd be interesting too.
Right? Yeah.
We end up with the same idea.
Right? Like both you and I went for old cars, right? You went with an RX-7, I went with the Volvo 242. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And so Marc found some rad stuff as well. So let's see here. He says, we didn't want to participate in hoarding, so we held off. But man, we were so close. And it was a 2014 Ford Taurus, right? Which I think for 10 grand would be a pretty awesome deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the trim.
Yeah, definitely depending on the trim.
Yeah.
I think. 10 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad buy.
You could certainly get an M45 for under 10 grand now.
Right.
Yeah, and I think you'd be happier with the 45 than you would be the Taurus.
And I also think like you could get. I wonder if you could get an Avalon.
Okay. Yeah.
Of that vintage.
Right. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like a big full size.
Yeah. One of the last vehicles you could get a bench seat on.
Is that true?
Yep.
Like a front bench seat?
A front bench seat, yeah. One of the last ones.
I didn't realize. I would not have guessed that.
Yeah. Well, it's Toyota. When was the last time? They were the last ones to offer a cassette player, or one of the last ones. And it was like shockingly late too, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Let's see here. So Marc said, here's what he found in his area for Collins under $10,000.
Okay.
And he said we were all in the same mindset: cooler, quirky, older cars.
Well, yeah.
Right.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. So unfortunately, all of these listings have expired, but I found similar vehicles, like you can tell from the Craigslist URL, thankfully. So yeah. So let's see here. So he said I could enhance my social distancing. Wait, this campground doesn't have Wi-Fi, and it is a 1975 Toyota Chinook camper, which is rad as hell, right?
Yeah.
These old Toyota campers are just fantastic.
Are you sharing your screen?
Oh, I think I am. Do I need to reshare?
With the people? You're not with me, but.
With the people. You're right. Thank you, Ian. Good call. Thank you, buddy. There we go. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's see. He also says this one blows the whole budget, but just look at it. A 1950s Studebaker Champion. Come on. Right?
Yes.
Almost the same.
That's the one with the big.
Yes. Yep. Right? Yeah. The big turbine looking thing on the front.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then he found a 1967 Bug, right? Okay. This thing's less than $4,000. Hell yeah. Right? And it's pink.
Huh.
Yeah. Right? I'll put pink stereo knobs on it for you, Ian. Yeah. And let's see here. He says that he also found a 1953 no. This is a 1953 Willys CJ Jeep. Okay. Right. And then I forgot to pull up a picture of this, but like a that's for future. 1936 Chevy truck rat rod.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right. There is a rat rod Datsun pickup truck near me. And the window sticker on the top says Ratsun, Ratsun. You may have seen it kicking around.
I have seen that.
Yep.
So you don't watch Roadkill, right?
No, huh?
They have a project called the Rotson.
Okay.
And it's like a very rusty Datsun pickup.
Okay. Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Right on. Yeah. So thank you, Mark, for sending us that stuff, because that's rad. Those are good finds for 10 grand, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So other peeps, yeah, watch that video. Send us what you would find on your Craigslist for $10,000.
Yeah,
right?
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Lot of money for repairs if you pick up that Volkswagen Bug. Yeah. So thanks for sending us that, Mark. That's rad. Our good buddy Jared sent us an FMKCars, Ian.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I give you an FMKCars?
Please do. FMKCars is the game that we play on this here podcast, and it's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but we play with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. K means you kill it. It goes to the crusher.
All right. So Eric says, he's
Jared.
Jared. Sorry. No. This is Eric's FMKCars. I screwed it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mistyped it. Our buddy Eric from around Chicago-ish, he sent us an email. So he's texted us pictures in the past. Yeah, he's seen some stuff, right? But yeah, so this is his first time emailing. So he says, I have a lot of time on my hands as I pretend to work remotely. I was inspired by a post on Twitter to come up with my first FMK with a theme of crazy ass but cool as hell Mitsubishi concept cars, right?
Oh.
I don't believe these have been on here before, but maybe I'm wrong. I also had so much trouble narrowing it down to 3, I left it at 4. The only twist I'm including is that whatever car you pick to marry, you get the marriage bonus to marry also, and you get to choose hardtop or convertible. Although if you pick the hardtop, I will seriously question your judgment, because look at those goddamn daisy star asterisk shaped headlights on the mirrors. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. How can the Murano Cross Cab be so wrong and this thing be so right? We're going to talk about it. Okay. Anyway, you know, he
Can
actually
you share your screen.
Yeah, sure. He said something nice about us on here, Ian. So.
Oh,
you know.
no. Well,
Yeah.
let's blow past that.
But thank you, Eric. We appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks for listening, man. Yeah. Let me know when you can see that, buddy.
I can see it.
Okay. All right. So, all right. First up. Okay. It is this one on Car Throttle. It is a 1993 Mitsubishi ESR concept. I remember this from magazines.
Me too.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So this was not the crazy miles per gallon car. I can't remember the backstory with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but I know I've seen that before.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to Wikipedia this thing real quick?
I'm doing it.
Okay. Yeah. Chief Investigator Ian is Wikipediaing this for us. So give me the lowdown, buddy.
It was to demonstrate the company's technological developments in alternative energy.
Okay.
It had a 70 kilowatt motor.
Oh, shit.
Had alkaline batteries under the passenger compartment, and it had a rear-mounted 1.5 liter engine.
Oh, okay.
That powered a generator. That was used as a generator.
Right on. Okay.
Solar panels. It said it had an estimated range of 620 miles on hybrid power at a constant 25 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. Okay. At a constant 25 miles an hour. Okay. Wow.
Way ahead of its system. A GPS receiver could automatically switch the vehicle from hybrid to battery-only operation when entering an urban area.
Oh, no way. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Some geofencing, huh? Back in 1993.
Yeah, way ahead of its time.
Yeah. Ian, what year was Wi-Fi brought to the masses?
2003.
Okay. So this is 10 years before that.
Yeah, that's when the Wi-Fi standard was ratified.
Right. Yeah.
This is 4 years before Bluetooth.
Oh, wow. Wow. Right on, man. Okay. All right. So next one, we have this is the Mitsubishi Zero. It is from 2003. It is a 0.6 liter 3-cylinder engine. It looks like RoboCop's like codpiece. It's like a chrome hot dog. Polished aluminum body. Yeah, let's see here. The
0.6 liter 3-cylinder.
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
The seats turn, right? So I don't think you have to turn this car. There's something with the seats turning. Yeah. Symmetrical exterior continues in the interior in which the seats can be turned to face rearward. So yeah. Is relaxed and underpowered for the relaxed and underpaid. That's a that's a weird log line for that. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. And then lastly, this is the Mitsubishi Gauss. So this looks like Mitsubishi's insane Pontiac Aztek, right? Yeah. Kind of more of a utilitarian, very like, what is this? This is 1995. Yeah. Yeah, this is very 1995. Yeah. Like a weird suede inset on the steering wheel and asymmetric windows on the back. Big gull-wing doors.
Yeah. It is very much like the K version, like the K car version of the Aztek.
Yeah. What is it with Mitsubishi wanting to turn their seats around and people face each other? Don't they know people are gross?
That was a big thing in concept cars a while back because people thought that, especially with like autonomous cars, like that was like a fantasy thing of
right.
Like the Jetsons, like this is going to be like a commuter train,
right? Yeah, right. That you would just turn your seats around and like talk to people while you were getting zipped down the highway, right?
Right, and like the idea of like a modular interior was really like a big thing.
Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah, this is a rad car. So then there's a marriage bonus, and this is what you get. It is the 2001 Mitsubishi SUP concept. SUP, bruh. It's the SUP. That stands for something, Ian. It stands for something. Hang on. Sports Utility Pack. And basically, you need to pull up pictures of this if you're just listening to the podcast, because this looks like, as Eric was saying, a Nissan Murano is so wrong, cross cab, but this is just so right.
Is it though?
If you're picking between this and Murano, what would you pick?
Well, this, just because the belt line is a little lower, you know what this actually looks a little bit more like, rather than the
cross cab?
Than the cross cab, is the Range Rover Evoque
convertible. Yep.
It's got more similar line to that, which is also not great. But
right.
This is,
And look, it has like burled walnut on the. Oh no! This is. Oh, it's a translucent side. I thought it was like wood grain at first. It's like these translucent plastic panels that you can.
It looks like you get anything under there.
You can see all your stuff. You can pack stuff in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's extra storage.
That's dumb.
And look at it with the top up. That's bad. They did make a hardtop version of it.
Okay.
Oh, look at this one. This is like Carol Baskin's mobile. Look at this thing. Leopard print floor mats.
What is happening?
I don't know. Ooh, look at that.
The throw pillows is worse. The throw pillows makes it worse.
You need throw pillows in your car. Yeah, you've driven a race car with throw pillows.
That's true, but I couldn't reach the pedals without them.
Yeah, here's the hardtop version in case you need to see that. I actually kind of like that better.
I think I do too.
But I would still only get the convertible.
So we have to have this one.
Yeah, this is what you get when you marry a car. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what he says. Let's see. He says, whatever car you pick to marry, you get the marriage bonus to marry also. And you get to choose hardtop or convertible. So Ian, give me your rundown. The 1993 ESR, the C-Row, the Gauss, I think I know what you're going to do.
I think I'm going to marry the 93 ESR.
Really? Okay.
I'm really intrigued by that car. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
And it's super cool looking.
Yeah, the styling is awesome. Like even today, like I think that's rad as hell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm also wondering like how long I'll go before those alkaline batteries catch on fire.
Oh my God, yeah. Let's just say for safety's sake, you get a lithium ion swap in this car.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and there's also I also think it's interesting, there's no curb weight quoted for it, and I gotta know how much that is.
A lot. All right? Of it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's gotta be heavy as shit.
Right?
So I'm going to marry that.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to crush the C-Row.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
It's so close to being really cool and like Art Deco-y. Like it almost looks like a cool old transporter.
Yes. Yes.
Like car transporter.
Yeah. Or like a train car.
Right. But it's just too like off to live with for any period of time.
It's hitting like the uncanny valley of cool, right?
Yeah.
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 You're right. Yeah.
So that means I'm going to drive the Gauss for a day. And I'm just going to just turn the seats around and around and around.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Sleepy
Dave. Ian, it's past 9:44.
I know. And then I got to know, I'm going to take the convertible.
Okay.
Sup.
Okay. Look at those, like Eric mentioned, look at those turn indicators on the rear view mirrors, like the asterisk signs.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
Like little buttholes on your
little starfish on your wing mirrors. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that car is weird. What would you put in your plastic sides? In your translucent plastic sides?
Just a big sign that says redacted.
Okay. All right.
What are you going to do?
I would fill one side up with taffy, and then like that would be like in the back. But then for the front, what I would do is I would just print out a picture of me sitting, like, and then just like but naked, and like a censored thing over my dingly bits. Yeah. And I would have that printed out and put in the in translucent plastic panel. Yeah.
How big are these doors? Are we sure that those are storage compartments? Are we sure that's not just a picture?
Ian, why would they have a picture of a thermos and a lantern in the door?
That's where you're going to start with the whys?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, it is plastic storage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
The throw pillows.
Yeah, the throw pillows. Yeah. I'm going to sneak throw pillows into your car from now on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to go to like an out of business linens and things and raid their dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think you chose well. I think I might marry the Gauss.
Yeah, it fits with your active lifestyle.
It does. It does. So many activities, and also just so weird 90s, man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I love it. I love the ace. This rear window kills me. I'm in. Like I saw that and I was like, yep, that's it. That's it. You know?
It's also the one here that could almost blend into traffic today.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I think it certainly could, like in the UK, right?
Right.
Yeah,
even here, I think most people would like go, at most be like, that was a little weird.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
I don't think people would look twice at it.
Right. I think you're right. Yeah. Right. And then obviously convertible on my sup concept. Duh.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I would take it to all the Nissan Murano Cross Cabriolet like forums. I would post it in there and be like, have you seen this? Nissan, every post title would be Nissan Murano Cross Cabriolet precursor. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. The father of the Cross Cabriolet. Yeah. And I mean, I have to crush the C-Row. And for a day, I will drive the the ESR, and I will try to get that 600 some odd miles at 25 miles an hour on the highway.
Everyone's going to love you.
Yep. I will be making enemies and getting killed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you, Eric, for sending that in. Yes. Thank you for all the stuff you send us. We really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? We got more stuff, dude. Do we have more stuff? We have a voicemail. Yeah. Oh, you have one on there. Let's do your thing. Yeah.
Let's do one more thing and then wrap up. What do you think?
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then we'll do everything else next week.
Yeah, Peter, we'll get to your voicemail next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I regret to inform you that the internet's worst car son is at it again.
Okay. All right. Not prodigal car son, but worst car son.
Right. So old Elon Musk continues to be.
What was Bill Clinton's brother's name? Oh fuck.
Was that Bobby?
Yeah, I can't remember, but like the Bill Clinton's brothers of the car world, right?
Right. Or Jimmy Carter's brother of the car world. Like the same thing. Like just the worst, right? Right. So, but his scandals are always so very much like 2020 scandals, right? Like they are exactly today, and because he's very extremely online,
right?
And so what I want to talk about is not his crazy ass kid's name,
right? Ampersand $pound hashtag.
We're gonna skip past that.
Yeah,
Grimes.
That poor child. Yeah,
all of that.
Right.
But so today Tesla reopened.
Oh, really?
Production, right?
Oh.
So here's the thing. It's immediately the thing, and why I say that he's exactly today. Is like it became immediately completely impossible to decipher whether this was an appropriate thing to do or not, or who is telling the truth, and like what is real. Right. Just immediately. Right. And I feel like that's everything with him. Like it's just, if you don't get to that original source, like the moment it's published, you're done.
Okay.
You're done.
Okay. All right. You're just wading through nothing but nonsense.
Right.
Okay.
So his assertion is that California gave them an exemption to reopen because their factories are in California.
Okay.
The county in which they're in, though, ruled that they couldn't open.
Okay. All right. Local precedent.
They opened anyway, and so all the headlines were that Tesla is violating the
shelter-in-place order stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And so like it just becomes this big tangle of like what's inappropriate, what's an essential service, right? And whose side is Elon on anyway? Which is another like undercurrent of all of this because nobody knows.
Right. He's certainly the Charlie of the group, like the chaotic evil, right, of the D&D role, right?
Yeah, and it's just exhausting. Right. Yeah. And so I know you have very, very strong feelings about what we should be, the appropriate things that we should be doing right now.
Sure. And by strong feelings, you mean pragmatic solutions to a difficult time.
Meaning stay the fuck at home.
Right. Exactly.
I'm curious to know, like, are you it really, because stories with him also kind of boil down to, are you willing to give him the benefit of the doubt? Like, if you're not a fanboy or a huge hater, then it's just like, are you going to give him the benefit of the doubt this time? Right. Or is this him naming his baby something crazy? Right.
Do you still listen to the Kanye album, or you just remember the time you went to the White House? Right. Yeah.
I listened to the Kanye album.
Nope. Sorry, Kanye's done.
I didn't like it.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So I think that if it was anybody else, right, I might give them the benefit of the doubt. Right. If I didn't see somebody just act like a fucking lunatic on Twitter every now and then and call like the cave diver dude a pedo, like, yeah. Right. And then like, fuck, not just that, but like double down on it. Right. Then like if it was somebody other than that, right? Like if it was Lee Iacocca, right? You'd be like, well, you would have like, it would have some different weight to it. Right.
Right.
Right. Like, I don't know. In my opinion, and so there's a big struggle with all of this. Like one of the huge struggles with the time that we're living in right now is that obviously people need to go to work to put food on the table. And if they're not able to go to work because their companies are shut down because of shelter in place orders, then the government needs to be subsidizing their wages to make up for that, right? That's what needs to happen. Right. In an ideal world. Unfortunately, we don't live in an ideal world. What we live in is a world where meat packing plant employees take Tylenol when they're symptomatic to reduce their fever when they have COVID-19 so they can still go to work because they need to feed their kids. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's a moral choice that like no human being should ever be put in a position to make. Right. Mm-hmm. And the fact that like our infrastructure and leadership failed us and caused people to have to make that decision, because some people are going to make one decision, some people are going to make another. Right. The fact that they have to make it is just wrong in the first place. Right.
Right. Well, that was in itself a moral choice.
Exactly. Right.
Right.
Yes.
Like
right.
That's a choice that we have made to not do social safety nets.
Exactly.
To put other people in these positions to make those decisions.
There you go. That's exactly
So it's called building perverse incentives.
Okay. All right. I haven't heard that term.
Yeah.
Okay.
It means that you incentivize people to act against their own self-interest.
Right. And the self-interest of others, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you for that terminology. I didn't know that. Okay. So with Elon, you think like maybe he is thinking of the workers, right? Maybe he's not. His track record has shown, not well in favor of thinking of the workers.
Right.
And I think he's a lunatic now. I mean, I used to really like and admire him. And I saw it. Did you see the same Twitter thread that I saw today where it was like somebody posted like, describe the time when you, if you are capable of admitting that you can change as an individual, describe the time that you went from Elon Musk fan to someone who no longer likes or endorses him, right?
Right.
And people were talking about like the Thai cave stuff was like too much, like all these breaking points and like how the cult of personality started to break down for them. Right. And, I mean, like, you see those Falcon rockets land autonomously and it's like, holy shit. Like it looks like a special effect out of a movie and it's really happening. Right.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not be impressed by that engineering?
Right. Well, and I mean, Tesla is not an achievement that should be, with all their quality control issues and growing pains, and
they're amazing, right?
It's just from the fact that they made the rest of the car industry kind of get off their ass.
Yes.
They deserve credit.
Absolutely, right? Establishing charging infrastructure, all of that stuff. I have a freaking Tesla solar system on my roof, right? The only reason I was able to do that is because they front the system for a zero down lease, right?
Right.
So all I do is just pay monthly. I didn't have to put down $16,000 for a solar system, right?
Yeah.
So like that kind of stuff is making the world a better place, right? Period. It just is, right? But like with this individual decision, I think that like do you have like those friends where you just kind of have to judge your, like the relationship with those friends, like on an instance by instance basis? It's like, well, I had a good interaction with so-and-so.
Right.
Right. But I'm not letting that determine the precedent for the next time I interact with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of what I mean of like, that's why his news, whenever he makes it, is just so tailor-made for our time, because he's like you cannot not know that he's a lunatic on Twitter. Right. And so it's impossible to know whether he's making a sound decision or not.
Right.
Because sometimes he clearly is a rational actor and does interesting, cool things that benefit others. Right. And sometimes he calls an innocent cave diver a pedophile. Right.
Right. Yeah. Just rolling the dice. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that falls more to chaotic neutral, but yeah. Right.
Well, yeah. So it's like you see his name come up and you're instantly exhausted.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
It's like, got to get into this now.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's like when someone asks you if you want to play chess, right? It's like, well, I can play, but God, like, all right. Like,
Dave, do you want to play chess with me?
I'll play chess with you, buddy. I'm sure you will very much beat me.
That fits because I am also exhausted.
But you're right. Like, you have to judge each one of these things on just kind of, you have to paint a bubble around it and just kind of figure out like an immediate impact, and then kind of see how this fits into the larger Elon narrative over time. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And for this one, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think we need to be subsidizing these employees' wages, but like I said, we don't live in an ideal world, you know? Yeah. I feel really bad for people that are put in this position where they still have to, they can't work remote, like, you know, stuff like that. It's really tough. And my heart really freaking goes out to these people, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I don't know about Tesla, man. I don't know. Yeah. Let's just keep the factories closed a little bit longer, man. Like, remember, and I saw this a while ago, but like when somebody says like we're ready to open up, usually what it means in most like rational states, you know, so let's rule like Georgia's like governor out of this, right? And Florida, right? Rule those out. But in most states, when they start to ease restrictions, what that really means is that their ICUs have enough room for you at the current moment.
Yep.
That's what that means, because that's the data they're using for those decisions. Mm-hmm. Is the health system at capacity? Yes or no?
Right. Because we're not testing and tracing. So
there you go. Right.
That's the only thing we know is, are so many people dying that we can't cram more people in there.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Which is crazy.
Right. So like that's like empty beds in an ICU. Right. Or areas that are converted and patients are cohorted together, right, in these kind of surge areas. Is there room, and does the local health system, like groups, do they still have capacity or have capacity? Then, okay, we can ease the restrictions a little bit and let the economy come back a little bit and but some more people are going to get sick, but the health system will be able to. So it's, right. So remember, we're
going to be rubber banding on this a lot over the next 8 months.
Exactly. Remember, folks, remember that is what that really means when they say they can ease restrictions. Right. Yeah. So, think about things, right? I don't know. I'm looking forward to building my racing sim setup. I don't want to go out on a downer note, because I understand that a lot of people are listening to podcasts to try to have an escape. I'm listening to podcasts to get an escape. You know, you're watching car videos, right? You know, Yeah. What's your automotive media escape, right? Or media escape in general right now?
There is no escape.
Okay. All right. I have two I could list, but I want to hear what you like. What are you?
Honestly, but my wife and I are going through the entirety of The Office right now.
See, there you go. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's perfect.
Just television comfort food.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I downloaded a bunch of Gene Hackman movies. I mean, I legally purchased online a bunch of Gene Hackman movies because, like, you think like Gene Hackman movies from like the 90s and stuff, like early 2000s, like just good things to watch where you don't think about stuff like that, right?
Okay.
You know, Postcards from the Edge, right?
What's your favorite Gene Hackman movie?
Get Shorty, probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I love Elmore Leonard, and I love Get Shorty. What about you?
Okay. I mean, French Connection is
Sure.
fucking great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Or maybe Superman.
What's that?
Or maybe Superman.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm listening to. Are you listening to this podcast called Winds of Change? Do you know about this? It's a Crooked Media podcast. It's about the Scorpions song "Winds of Change."
Oh God.
Right. But Ian, it's about how it may have all been a CIA plot. Yes, like Ian, it's incredible because like that song was such a banner, like poster song for like the Berlin Wall coming down, like all of this like anti-communist movement and like uprising in the streets. Like that song was such a huge motivator for that element of culture at the time. Like they're like someone like has a story about that being started by the CIA, like them deploying that as a tool.
Like they were involved in the writing of the song?
They were involved in the writing of the song.
I'm extraordinarily skeptical.
Right. But it's an incredible podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe that whatsoever. I think someone could show me the handwritten notes from a CIA agent. I'd be like, no.
Right. I think like if anybody is fit to be skeptical of government initiatives, it is absolutely you, buddy. Right.
And I don't think government is bad. I just,
right. But you know how things work.
Yeah. They can't conspire to get lunch. I mean, it's not going to happen.
Ian, it's an incredible podcast. Yeah. You can binge them all on Spotify now. I'm slow rolling it just so I have a little treat every week. Yeah. Okay. So that, and then I stumbled upon a podcast called The Deep End. It's only on Patreon, but it's a Venture Brothers podcast where they go through every single episode. And so
there you go.
I'm watching a Venture Brothers episode, then listening to the episode of the podcast. So, you know, yeah. So we got 7 seasons to go through. So yeah.
Jesus.
Dude. So the Venture Brothers has been around for almost 16 years. Like, I mean, they've only done 7 seasons, but like, I mean, and I think that helps the cult fan base of the show because so many people have had it for that long. You know what you were like 15 years ago when you found the show and how you are now. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, still all the time, like just Monarch, dick move, like when someone cuts me off in traffic, stuff like that. Yeah. Love it. So anyway, those are my islands. I like your Office. How many seasons did the Office run? 7? 9? Yep. Yeah. Yep. So you have almost 400 episodes to go through. Was it 20 or were there 13 episodes? Seasons.
There were a couple of short ones because there was like writer strikes and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
So I can't remember how many episodes it is total, but we're at the end of season 6 now.
Nice, man. Right on. That's one of those shows where you can consistently find stuff that you missed. Yeah,
it's so good. Like it really is. And like when we were, when you're watching it, you're like, oh man, it sucks for a long time. And there's like a couple clunker episodes in there.
Right.
And like there's one season in particular that's not good, but like it goes by when you're watching it like this, it goes by so fast that you're like, this show's great.
Right. Yeah. What have been like some recent like like what has hit with you now that didn't quite hit with you the same way before?
I think the Andy Bernard character, the Ed Helms character.
Yeah.
Like I think on first watch I was just annoyed with him because I was like, he's just like an interloper,
right? And
like,
we've all had those people
way earlier than you remember.
Okay.
And he's way funnier than you remember, I think, as well.
Okay.
And then we just watched last night. Or the night before, we watched Scott's Tots.
Oh, okay.
Which is like just one of the best episodes ever.
Nice.
You can't actually physically watch the TV, but it's so funny.
Okay. Nice.
That's the one. Do you remember that episode? Where okay, so it's Michael Scott went to his local elementary school 10 years ago to promise a bunch of third graders that he would pay for their college tuition if they graduated high school.
Yeah. Okay.
And so now they're graduating high school. And he has to go and tell them he can't pay for their college.
Yes. So. I love it. Nice. Nice. Right on, man. We got to have those islands. Let's wrap it up, buddy.
Okay.
It is way past my bedtime.
It is.
Yeah.
You listen to a car show.
Yes.
Ostensibly a car show. If you liked what you heard, you could follow us on the social medias. You could email us, apexadjacent@gmail. You could call us and leave us a voicemail.
Yep. 720-515-1391.
I pointed at my microphone. That was helpful.
I could tell you were pointing somewhere. That's why we have the camera and the microphone.
And other than that, stay home. And we love you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Goodbye.